And the offense will be looking to get at least some of this yardage back here. It's 2nd and 12. Again, we'll see the pistol here. Play clock winding down. Now Roethlisberger to throw on 2nd down. This is Bell on the dump off. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 6 yards on the pickup, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback that has to slide and find open space to throw.
The 13 yards that time in the 1st. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
Shift together here from the D-line. Brown, the lone receiver, left. On 1st down, it's Roethlisberger. A screen to Bell. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards on the pickup, and it'll give the Steelers a 1st down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
They come up with one running back. That's Bell. And he'll get it up the middle as he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Again, it's Bell. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
So much for halftime adjustments by the defense, because you know they had to talk about it. The entire 1st half, they struggled to contain him. And here he is coming out in the 2nd half and establishing the same tone. Still running the football with authority, still gaining big yardage. So I just figure in the offensive side, they said, well, there is no adjustment. Until they slow us down, keep going out, I'll keep handing them the football.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the 1st on the ground. They come out here in the eye. Now Roethlisberger going to hand to Bell. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Big boys down there in the trenches, and a nice play to stop them cold. Nothing there.
Yeah, when you talk about big boys, you're talking about those defensive tackles, those nose tackles. They're not just big, they're immense. And what a big-time play there.
Another pistol look here. Now they'll throw it with Roethlisberger. Bryant with a catch right side. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Red zone opportunity. The play clock's running down. Now Bell. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
They come up in an offset eye.
Here we go.
On 2nd down, Roethlisberger. His pass caught at the 4. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll make it 3rd and goal. The line of scrimmage is the 2 here on 3rd and goal. They'll try and run it in with Bell. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
There are certain drives in the game where anything less than a touchdown that caps it feels like an absolute disappointment. This is one of those drives.
And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, close game, 2nd half. You obviously hate to leave 3 out on the field.
Especially in a game like this when you know points are hard to come by. That was one of their best opportunities so far, and they come away with nothing.
They go play action here on 1st down. Crabtree with it over the middle. And he's brought down. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
Takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver because you got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone. Sometimes you're throwing it between the zones. Sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough read, but when they're in sync, it's really effective.
Give them 16 on the pickup, and the Raiders are going to have a 1st down. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Trying for Cooper again. This time he finds him. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll make this a 2nd down. And this time they go underneath for a simple pitch and catch.
And not only do you get the pitch and catch, Brandon, but you're able to keep the receiver moving when you hit him with the drag route.
Offense in a good spot here, 2nd and 2. They go play action for Murray. Now Carr looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And oh, not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
Carr looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Complete to Gilmore, the tight end. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. Back now in the East Bay. It's the Raiders with the lead and the football here as we get ready to start quarter number 4. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. On first down, Murray. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. And in this situation with the lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Brad, wasn't that long ago that the guy playing that spot was an outside linebacker type of a guy. Now, as a defensive end, how about the speed that he used to get into the backfield and make the play?
On second down, here's Roethlisberger. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way. And really, we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
3rd and 4. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Roethlisberger. He finds Coates complete. And he'll go out of bounds across the 35-yard line.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They'll need to get the play off quickly. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll cut it to the left sideline. And they do finally get him at the 12. And for those worried about whether or not Le'Veon's explosiveness would return, I think we just had our answer.
ACL? What ACL? This guy's back running as if he were totally healthy and never had an issue.
And now a first down following that long gain. Brown, the lone receiver, left. Now a play fake here on first down. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll make it second down.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
On second down, Roethlisberger. This will be caught at about the 5. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and all of a sudden here it's 3rd down. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play, but what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
Time running out here on the play clock. Now it's Roethlisberger. This will be caught at about the 5. No gain at all on the play there. That brings up 4th. So they go pass on 3rd and 2. They complete it, but no gain. Should they have tried to run it?
I thought that running the ball in that situation is what they would have done, because at worst case scenario, you may bring up a 4th down decision for your team. Instead, now they're not close to the 1st down.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Here we go. It's Roethlisberger on 4th down. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Perry Riley. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out, and they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that, because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
And at this stage of the game, time a factor, time on their side as they just try to eke out the final precious moments of this one. Now Carr throwing on 2nd down. Throw left side to the tight end Walford. And he's brought down after a good game. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback in his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged, because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him. And he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
And that's complete to Marshall on the crossing route. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Now Carr with a give to Murray. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good 1st down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on 1st down. You're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. 10th carry of the game now, Murray. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. Carr to throw. It finds Crabtree for the completion. And the Steelers signal for another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
I don't care how many times we say it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. 2nd down following the run.
All right, here we go.
Carr going to throw here. Sliding out of the pocket. And eventually brought down, but it's near the 5 at the 6. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal.
Well, that was man coverage. So once he decides to run with the football, there's no one to account for him, and he turns it into a nice gain.
They come out here in the eye. So the chains are on their sides. It's 1st and goal from the 6. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Just keep the ball on the ground. Do a little pounding. Chew up some clock. If they can get it in, that might be enough to get them home. And if not, the clock is definitely their friend.
So they're on the 5-yard line here, 2nd down and goal. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play there, and they're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. Well, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense.
Hey, we go rally. Rally. Here we go.
3rd and goal now. Ball on the 5. This is Murray. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. This defense bending but not breaking. It's a gain of 3. It's now 4th and goal. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And the 38-year-old vet able to split the uprights, and that will make this a 9-point lead. So barring something extraordinary, something crazy here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Brandon, this will be a great win for them. The better team's going to win this game, no question about it.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And the Steelers set to take the field. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back, and then score again, but they can't worry.
And the Raiders have got him. And, Charles, you know what coaches always tell.